Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got the gorgeous Maddie again today and we're doing a glam bridal inspired look. So keep on watching. Just starting off with brows like always. So I'm just doing brush little like hairs and yes, just making sure the eyebrow looks natural but full. Just taking a concealer to carve out the brows and set the lids. You want to make sure all the veins and discoloration is covered, especially for an amazing day like your wedding is. So you want to just be looking on point and you want everything to be perfect. So that's why we carve under the brows and on top. You just want to make sure they're even and yeah, that there's no discoloration. Then just taking a white eyeshadow, and setting that base. Want to make sure there's no tackiness and that the eyeshadows will blend seamlessly on top. So just taking a light brown, quite cool tone color and starting in the outer V and lash line. Just making sure I start getting that little wing shape start off with. For bridal looks especially, you want to make sure the eyeshadows are really seamless as they will be getting photography pretty much from the second that they put their dress on. So you want to make sure when they look down or when they look up, they still look flawless. So I take lots of like big fluffy brushes to smoke out the color as well, just so there's no harsh lines and that any color that we put down is seamlessly blended into the next color that we put down also. I'm using like a red tone brown just to add a bit of depth into the outer V. I wanted to do like a rosy look because that is what is desired mostly by glam brides these days. So just making sure I'm patting and windshield wiper motioning that onto the eye. Just different shades of reddy browns and deep browns also. Just taking big brush as you can see and blending out that like mid lid. Then just keep going in with a deeper color from different palettes and just making sure it is perfect and seamless. If you guys could let me know what type of videos you'd want to see, that would be amazing. Whether it's clients, on me, vlogs, like different, like my favorite makeup, like my tips, anything, just swing me a message and I'll be sure to upload that for you. To carve out that inner corner, I'm actually just taking like a wet pigment kind of. It's like in a little pot. It's a really pretty rose gold reflective color. I'm just patting that on and kind of cutting the crease with it and blending it out also. So it is not too harsh, but yet it is still quite glam. This eyeshadow is perfect as well because it is reflective, so it looks beautiful in photography. Like when you look down, the photo is just going to flash like gorgeously off it. It's going to look really seamless and airbrushed as well because it is like a pigment, not a chunky glitter. Because this is quite wet though, I do recommend setting it, which is what I did with just another shimmery like eyeshadow just to make sure it doesn't move around. As you can see, just a similar shade or a deeper one just to blend it in with the outer V color also really works well. And then just doing a gorgeous winged liner that will be able to hide the lash band and will also just create a bit of depth to the eye look. Because Maddie's eyes are beautiful and blue as well, this will really just bring them out and makes the eye look a lot more glam, especially if you are a really glamorous bride. You want your look to look as glamorous as possible. With wings, as you can see, I like to really pull the eyebrow up so I get a straight shape. I ask my clients to look up as well so I can get that perfect line. Then just applying some faux mink lashes. These ones were quite long. As you know, you want to look quite flirty on your wedding day. So I'm just applying them with the glue and then pressing them in with my acrylic nails. They work a treat. Just making sure they're dry before making their eyes again also. To prime the skin, I am taking an illuminating primer slash moisturizer that also is really good for pore filling as well. And then I'm just taking the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 04, I believe, and just patting that in with a damp beauty blender, making sure that it is a seamless yet full coverage application, getting in all those nooks and crannies, blending down the neck, on the ears, everywhere. I really like to use foundations that don't have any SPF in it, especially for events, because you are going to be getting flash photography, and SPF does create that white flashback that you see when you take a selfie, especially in iPhone cameras. It shows up a lot compared to like a normal photography camera, so you want to make sure that there is hardly any or no SPF in your makeup products. And then taking a brightening concealer and putting that under the eyes in the T-zone and making sure I cover everything once blending that out. I want to cover all the redness, any imperfection or little dots or pimples that may be on the face. You want your bride to feel flawless on the wedding day, so you want to make sure you cover any unwanted things on her beautiful face. I am just baking under the eyes with Laura Mercier powder with my beauty blender, and using that powder as well to set the face. Again, this does not flash back, so it is amazing for any event, especially a wedding. It keeps you perfectly matte and it doesn't flash back in photos. What else could you want? I'm then just contouring with the Kat Von D contour kit with the middle shade and just brushing that on to the cheekbones, the nose and the forehead as well. This is a really beautiful shade and it does last all night, all day, wherever you are. I'm also just taking the Parker Princess bronzer to continue contouring, just making sure she's looking really chiseled and gorgeous. Using a warm tone blush and then the Inglot Shimmer highlighter in O2. It's a beautiful golden shade and it really reflects well in photography and sunlight, which is of course perfect for your wedding day. You just want to be glowing from within. I'm also putting that on the brow bone and the inner corners as well. I really like what this does to the face. It just makes the whole look lifted and just stunning and shimmery. I love it. Then for under the eyes, I am smoking out a red tone brown, really close to the lash line and making sure that it is blended beautifully. I take a fluffier brush as well and blend it out further just so there isn't any harsh lines. Then just using a waterproof mascara on the lash lines. This is essential for a bride as they probably will cry on their beautiful special wedding day. Then I'm just lining the lips with a nudie reddy colour, just making sure I overdraw them just a touch. Then I'm just taking a beautiful nude glossy lipstick, applying that with a lip brush just to get the precision correct. And yes, this is beautiful because it enhances the lips, makes them look fuller, and it is quite glossy so it won't dry out your lips on the wedding day. And there you go guys, that is the finished look. I hope you really enjoyed this. I love doing glam bridal looks. I just think this turned out so beautiful. Thank you Maddie for being my model and thank you guys for watching. See you later. Bye.